Hello guys, welcome to weekly outlook here on gold, the pound USD, the USDCAD, the DXY, and basically this week, quickly, what I'm anticipating is for a continuous bearish movement here on gold. If I draw this low created last week, we could see it's actually at a very okay support region, but my continuation to the downside will be price to break 1938.50 region, create a new low, then come back for a pullback, then I'll go for shorts. Or I could actually just pull up my Fibonacci retracement here. Remember, this is the 4 hours time frame, and then maybe if we get a pullback to these regions here, around these regions here of 5061.8, let me mark that up, and then if we go into the 1 hour time frame, maybe it's going to be very much visible. So for price to come into these regions here and probably continue to the downside. Let me take that off now. On the 1 hour time frame, this is how it looks. So price coming back to this region, probably to get some rejections around here, and then we'll continue to the downside. Or if price breaks below this region, we'll continue to the downside. That's that on gold. Let me put up that arrow so whenever we're doing the recap, it will be clear. So either price pushbacks into these regions, continue to the downside, creating a new low, pull back, and then we'll continue to the downside here. Or we could just get a direct break of price around here, retest, and then we'll also continue to the downside. Okay, so lastly, basically the market is not is not certain, so there's a possibility price might even want to come back to these regions again one more time before continuing to the downside. That is also possible. But if price breaks above this downward trend line here, then we might actually see price, that is, break towards this downward trend line and above this resistance zone of 1985, then we could see price maybe coming back to 2007 or probably up. All right, so that's that on gold for the week. This is what we are anticipating. Okay, so going forward for pound USD, let's see. Likewise, the gold analysis, I'm also very bearish on this. My anticipation for price to go to these regions here. So for starters, maybe just look for basic entries here on the lower time frame to ride price to this region, so 122.27. Possibly if we have a break of it, a retest of it, then we might continue to the downside, or we might also have price probably pull back a little bit to these regions here, pull back to these regions here one more time before continuing to the downside. Okay, that's a possibility. And then there's also a possibility of price wanting to come into these regions, but this is a 4 hours time frame. If we slide into the 1 hour time frame, a quick look at this, we will see how strong these regions was. Came back here, we went down, came back here one more time, but we haven't created a new low. So this is market open, price consolidating around this region. There's a possibility we might just get that push from this region here, which is this arrow I already drew here. But if price breaks above it, we might just see price come back to this regions here of 123.93, or let's just call it 124 regions, and bounce off those regions to the downside. Anything above this region and a retest of it, we might retest to 124.70 or even higher. So my best bet is for price to continue to the downside from here. Possibly this week we might just test 122.75 for sure, and probably below. Let's just extend this a little bit. Boom. Okay, and boom. All right, so that's basically what we have. That's basically what we have for pound USD for the week. All right, it's clear as day. It's clear as day. Okay, so that's basically it. Now over here on USDCAD, good, we've seen price started pulling back to these regions. I'm looking for probably a retest to these regions here. If we could just look clearly, we'll see price has been creating a good structure plan around these regions of 136.55 and 130.33. So now we've seen price break above this region. What I'm anticipating is, if I pull my Fibonacci retracement out, if we put that thing out here, we could see a possible retracement to 50% retracement zone, or we could get the 61.8. And if we have that adjustment of our resistance zones here, we could see how it fits into that region here perfectly. If we take that out now, we could see a possible retracement to this region here and continue to the upside, break above that region and continue. Or we could just, if we slide into the 1 hour time frame, there's a possibility that price would want to hold off this region here. Okay, so we might just get that push from this region here, from here, break above here, and good, continue to the upside, something of that nature. Okay, let's go back to the 4 hours time frame. Over here on the 4 hours time frame, that's it. We might actually get the rejection from here, continue, break above these regions and continue to the upside for the week, or we could retest these regions or even lower, okay, before we continue to the upside. So that's basically that on USDCAD. Also, not to put into considerations of price maybe wanting to come back all the way to these regions. Price can be crazy at times, so we'll put that into look and let's see how that plays out. Okay, and lastly, over here on the DXY has been very bullish. DXY has been very bullish, and my anticipation is that price will retest the regions of 105. Hence, if that's going to happen, we might just get that pull back a little bit. If that is going to happen, then USDCAD will pull back. Pound USD will go to the pull back to the upside, and gold will pull back to the upside, and then we can get that continuation to the upside. All right. So basically, it's let's take this off. This is what I'm anticipating clearly. A little pullback to these regions here or these regions here. Lastly, there's a possibility of coming to this region, but I doubt. Then we'll break above this region, so 104.50, retest of it, and then we'll continue to the upside. So that's exactly what I'm anticipating for let's just put it there. For the DXY, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. We could actually see there's a region here. Okay, so if that region is going to hold, then this is what we'll get: a pullback, continuous pullback to these regions here, and then direct break and retest of these regions. Then we'll continue to the upside. Okay, so let's go back to the 4 hours time frame. So we were a couple of hours to the London session. So so this is basically it. So if we're going to get that, let's just see, pullback from that region. So if we're going to get that pullback to these regions and above to this region, definitely a pullback, then we would anticipate a pullback of USDCAD before continuing to the upside. Pound USD would get a pullback to the upside before continuing to the downside. Maybe even in the 1 hour time frame, we might just get a little bit of a pullback to that region. Then over here on gold, we might just get that little pullback a little bit to the upside before continuing to the downside. And if that plays out, we'll bag a lot of pips going to the downside, because obviously we can see price is really bearish and we can see those lower lows and lower highs being created. Okay, without much ado, this is that for the week, and I'm anticipating that we'll bag a lot of pips and enjoy the week. I'll see you guys on Friday for the recap, and make sure you enjoy the week, bag some peeps. All right, see ya, ciao.